The IRS agents are not paying their own taxes.
Almost 150,000 federal workers owe about $1.5 billion in unpaid taxes. Over 5,000 of them work at the IRS and owe $50 million in overdue taxes.
The IRS has been destroying documents. The IRS has thousands of weapons. This is an agency that's run amok and needs not more money, but it needs some internal discipline and more people getting fired.
Fire, brother, you're so negative, so doom and gloom. We're fine. We're not fine. You're not fine. And everyone will always tell you, I'm fine. We're all fine. It's okay. Nothing to see here. And then you die. A friend that I used to lift with prior to COVID just died. He was young, had a family, and then followed the instructions of the government, let himself go, and died. And I come here every single day, even back then when the vid, and I'm like, it's not true. This is what happens. Don't do this. They're trying to kill you. And everyone's like, oh, such a crazy kid. And everyone's like, oh, he's a fool. Oh, and it looks like whitehouse.gov changed their site a little bit. Starts with that. Lab leak ends with this. Anthony Fauci gets a pardon. But hey, friends, the government is against you. The tax system is against you. The healthcare system is against you. Education is against you. Finance is against you. And all of these systems want you to be their passive income or get you sick. Well, healthcare gets you sick and then you're their passive income, big pharma, and then you die. They just don't want you to die. Just sick enough. Bravo, okay, explain me this. How is finance against us? How are they trying to kill us? Well, a rock beats it. You know how they say, go to college, go into debt, get a job, work really hard, invest. Time in the market's better than time in the market. Your blood, sweat, and tears. And a rock has performed better than all the goods and services in the S&P 500. And this is over 20 years. A rock beats your stock market. So yes, the system is against you. It's trying to kill you. That's why I film every day. The financial system, the government, the debt. You are all these people's passive income, Mar-a-Lago, which I think I said it wrong. The Hamptons, whatever. The whole system is like, more debt. Yeah, look at it go. And the normies and the NPCs, they'll never figure this out. We'll just give them a few stimmies. That'll shut them up. And then they're like, wow, look at this inflation. Well, looks like that didn't work, Joe. And we are like Wile E. Coyote. We're falling. We're fine. We haven't died. Or someone being thrown off a 100-story skyscraper. Yeah, everything's fine. I haven't seen the stock market crash to zero yet. My government is here for me. Also, click subscribe if you want to wake up. Hey, like North Carolina, how's that going? Aren't you glad that you guys paid your taxes? They were there to really help you out. It's good. The government has your back. Make sure you pay your taxes. Or how about when you wake up and you're like, wait a minute, this whole tax thing, this isn't making any sense when other countries have to tell us this is how it's really going down. And when they show up to your house with those pew-pews, I can't show it on YouTube because YouTube says that's really bad and we'll have to shelve that video. So I have to use a real blurry image and black it out. Here's a kicker when it comes to me working really hard and the government's like, you know what, I think we should take at least half. And if you're in California, they take more than half. How is that even possibly human? This at the same time, they don't even pay it. So when I say the whole system is against you when you work every day and they're like, oh, that was cute. We're going to take half of that. You didn't need to. Go back. Keep going. Go. Oh, you have really high blood pressure now? Oh, cholesterol? Okay. Well, I got a drug for you because we're in your best interest. And then when you take that, other things go down. And they're like, oh, we have a drug for that. Oh, and did you get your booster? When I hear Don say, yeah, that IRS thing, let's get rid of it. I'm like, oh my gosh, Santa Claus? And you do know, really big hypocrites.
While most Americans had to write a big fat check to the government today to pay their taxes, over 100,000 federal workers are not paying their taxes. In 2021, the IRS found that almost 150,000 federal workers owe about $1.5 billion in unpaid taxes. Over 5,000 of them work at the IRS and owe $50 million in overdue taxes. Even though the IRS can fire its workers that are not paying their taxes, only 20 people have been terminated. That double standard is something Senator Joni Ernst, Senate Doge Caucus Chair, wants to stop. She's introducing several bills aimed at cleaning up the IRS. One bill would require IRS employees to be audited every year and fired if they don't pay their taxes. But while the IRS is not catching the tax cheats on their own payroll, they are busy arming their workforce. Ernst is also calling out 10 million taxpayer dollars the IRS has spent on guns and ammo, stockpiling 4,500 guns, 5 million rounds of ammo, even 15 machine guns.
I would love to show you images of IRS agents with machine guns, but I'm not putting that one up on the screen. I'd also recommend you not fight the IRS at this point. I mean, look at Peter Schiff's dad. Not a good story. Irwin Schiff, Peter Schiff's dad, actually died in jail. So when I say they're coming after you, they're coming after you. Or at the beginning of the show, I said, we're not fine. Breaking news, the trajectory, the way we are moving, it's all moving in, it's pointing in the wrong direction. I'm saying like that. Our debt's like this, okay? Here, this is what our debt looks like. Everything, our goods, services, the things we produce, we're going that way. Policies, okay, I don't know. And look at the Philly Fed Manufacturing Index. So I thought we're all doing it over here. Everything's great. We were thinking we'd put on +2. How about -26? New orders, shipments, work week, employment all deteriorated. Oh, and one more thing I wanted to touch on about IRS. Trump could he could shut it down. No, he can't do that. Yeah, he can. This is what you do. And everyone's really lazy. We take the money. Yeah, take the money and run. That's already been happening. The chief steps down. Come on. Can you see the storm clouds? CEO steps down. We have problems. How about this? You know, the building that you work at in Washington, D.C., well, it's being moved. We have some up there in Alaska. So go ahead and pack up your family. You're being relocated. I'm out. So he could actually empty Washington, D.C. The same goes for the Fed, because, you can't do that. You can't fire them. Oh, but you could do a lot of things that would be like, I'm out. Kind of like when I taught high school, didn't need to, side hustle, love doing it, just like I do YouTube. Everyone's like, why are you teaching high school? You're losing money. I'm like, but who else is going to tell these kids? People are like, okay, if that's what you want to do. Which I feel like my life, I'm just trying to save lives. And it's paid back with interest. Same thing. I come here every single day. Take heat from some NPCs. Everything's fine. It's not fine. I'll show you. And then try not to be the doom and gloomer that just gives you no hope. Well, you can buy, there's a package of food. Maybe buy some gold and silver. We can start prepping. I say that's okay, but you can make a lot more money. To the point where you don't have to hunker down. You could legit private jet, helicopter around, make lots of digits, help people out. And here's a little bit of the trajectory. I hate that word. I don't know what to do with my tongue. Here we go. Since the 80s, that was some good times. Live on your own. Everyone lived on their own. How about now? Nope. And what changed it? If you want to know really what it was the monetary system. Yes, it did have to do about that rock that I talked about earlier, gold, and taken off a standard. Now we have no standards. Now you ain't living on your own. You're all going to be boxed up together. It's going to be like a third world country. Do you see the way it's going? I'm just trying to prevent this. Have ever been married? 80%. What are we at now? Okay, 40%. I'm going to go with that's okay. That's good. Just about that point, your wife just threw a beer bottle at the TV. Live with a child. But I mean, come on, parents. I agree there is nothing better than a good, healthy marriage. But the financial risk is not in the man's favor. I saw this in California over and over and over again. Fireman, police officer, university teacher, you name it, good guys doing the right thing. And then the wife's like, you know what? Wait, so I can leave and you have to pay me and I don't have to have a job and I get the kids? What? Light bulb moment. I think I will take that for $1 million. Own a home. No one's owning a home. Do you see? The trajectory, not good. I just got to make sure I am saying this right. Hold on.
Trajectory.
I'm close. Okay, now back to the system, because the Fed will bail us out. The Fed's good because they're just a bank. They could just loan money, which they're doing that a lot right now. Fed's operating profit and losses over the forever. How long has this been? We can go back to since forever. Okay, 1990s, the year 2000. Oh no, hey, that's a lot of red right here now, isn't it? We're now at an operating loss trajectory. And again, your taxes are going up, the debt's going up. People that vote for other people are making a lot of money actually doing it. The average Social Security, right? You work really hard for 50 plus years. The most you can make is $1,200. The average illegal refugee gets $3,874 a month after being in America for 50 minutes. When I've been jumping up and down saying, this is really bad, now I get it. We're beginning to fix it, but for how long? And did we catch it in time? Right before the next financial collapse, crisis. These lines that you see right here, this is the banks in the world running to the Fed saying, we need a loan. Not us yet. Foreign banks tapping the Fed's overnight repo facility. Last week, 400 million. This week, 700 million. So you see, the system is collapsing. And I know everything is fine. Nothing to see here. It's gonna go. And that's the one thing the Fed can do, is they can loan. Fed lends, they don't spend. I think all of the kids that listen to me, they're probably doing okay if they listen to me. But the ones that went to college and listened like, this is what we need to do, and they're all programmed, and now they're all bankrupt. Student loan defaults only spiked 300%, destroying their credit. That means no credit, no apartment. No apartment, no job, no car, no home. Bye-bye. And we have just begun the roller coaster down in the stock market as hedge fund legend, who earned 4,144% during VID, warns stocks could crash 80%. Armageddon is coming. It's not for us if you know how to trade it, because you're up 285%. So if you would like to make a shat ton of money off of the NPCs and normies, take my course on 1 million. Learn everything from start to finish, and I teach you how to make money in a down market by clicking a button. And if you're too lazy at that, AI will do it for you. But with that, I love you. Enjoy your Friday. 1 drink maximum, and I will see you tomorrow.